My God, it's full of stars.
I might as well center myself.
All right, it is November 4th, and we have Diamond Dave in the house. All right, he's got the devil's sign. And
That's the world we live in.
it's just one of those days. He
Sunday,
stopped by,
hanging out.
and we're talking guitars. So yeah, where were we? So we got on the subject of guitars, and there's the whole mythos.
The mythos of like nothing sounds like a 59.
Nothing sounds like a 59.
Fucking 100 and
Les
something
Paul
grand for a
Sunburst,
guitar that
that was found
I
in
can-
a pasture.
I can make an Epiphone Les Paul that's for $300 sound.
But Dave, it's not
sound
the
just as
relic
sick as
wood,
that gets it,
man.
man.
It's not the relic wood. Yeah, there's a lot of companies out there they're really good at creating a mythos around the guitar and the wood that was made. And I'm not saying I don't like 59 Sunburst Les Pauls, but
No, exactly. They're nice, but
I got news for you. You can get a $119 Fender imitation Stratocaster playing good if you
where
know
they
what you're doing.
skimp is in the wiring and the pickups.
Electronics.
That's
yeah.
really, and that changes your sound more than
And the setup.
those
So,
little
yeah.
details like the ultra thin nitro finish and stuff that's going to weather
It's
check.
never gonna.
Which I like.
Yeah.
See, me, I like that. I like a finish that wears through and weather checks. But if you want, it's not going to change your sound.
But it's
that
not.
much.
But it has to be. But no. Well, here's the thing, though, dude. Gibson went into business, bro. They're done. They're fucking
Oh, they're not done. They're
Well,
there's
yeah,
investors
they're
keeping
gonna
it.
get
There's
bought
always
out.
going to be just like Indian.
So
Victories are after victories because they bought Indian and they just said we're just going to throw all our fucking nut into an Indian name alive. So that's why they don't make victories anymore.
But I was always everyone that goes to the music store because you go there, and they always have like the $4,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 Gibson there. And I always used to wonder myself, who's buying these guitars? And it turns out no one was.
Because the same guitar sitting there for a year, 3 years, 6 years, yeah. And I see it. And don't get me wrong, they are nice. You pick them up and play them, they are nice. It's not like, oh yeah, it's a piece of crap.
But
to be fair, like 5,000, I can get the guitar and a freaking old Camaro or something to fix up. You know what I mean with that money.
I mean, this thing, right? This is we got a real Gibson here. It's a Gibson Les Paul.
Standard.
I mean, it's not the fancy smashy, it's just the regular wood top.
It's a beautiful Les
It's
Paul.
in great condition. The thing, it plays like butter. But, the tuning pegs, they suck balls. They do.
They do. Epiphone has nicer hardware.
So, that was a
And Epiphone has grovers on it. Nice,
guitar.
steel grovers.
So you spend $2,000 and you had to put real tuning.
But I do got to say, like any guitar, Fenders, Gibsons, some play better than others or whatever, and that is an especially nice.
Now we got this one.
That's an especially nice
This is
example
not.
that you
Oh
got.
my God! This is not a real Gibson. This is a homemade one, and it has tuners on it that don't go into tune. And it was.
And this
free.
one's
It was
made out of
free.
literally homemade out of a coffee table and some old scrap gun stock wood and shit.
There you go. Exactly.
And this one's every bit as nice as
The
$5,000
Gambler.
guitar you're gonna buy.
I like the Gambler theme on that because you got the split. This is part of Kubrick's puzzle, by the way. The whole. Oh hearts, clubs,
Stanley.
spades. And it even has the Phoenix, Dave. It's the Phoenix on the fingerboard. That's what it is.
You did that subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously.
And that was before you had your obsession with Kubrick, too.
All right, let's do some pictures now. So, let's see what we got here. So, watch this toilet flush. Concludes Earth is a globe. This one I found the other day, and I don't know. Let's see what we got here. So, watch this toilet flush. Concludes Earth is a globe. This was good. This is Bermuda. It's like, so this is 650 miles from here to here. And yet, here, from here to here is 7,900. Something's wrong, you know. That's going to be about 4,000, 3,000 miles is what it should be, you know. So this is more NASA lying here. And then you have Von Braun, Psalms 19.1. So he knew that we lived under a dome. Space Force to insanity and beyond.
That's hilarious right there.
That is fucking
Trump.
the dawn. Hollywood, that is, you know, the alchemy is perfect in that one, Hollywood. And then you've got the piggyback space shuttle jet plane. Okay, so here we go, Dave. You ready for this? So you've got a picture of Kubrick. This is from Clockwork Orange.
The big ceramic deck.
And you've got huge, actually it's not ceramic, I found out it's fiberglass. I thought it was ceramic, but so it's a huge fiberglass dick and balls. And then you
That's
have
the
the
thing.
woman.
That's what little Alex clobbered the freaking poor lady with.
Exactly, yeah. And then you have the woman in here, she's a redhead, you know, this is the redheads again. And she has her bush, you know, exposed, and she has no underwear on. So all the walls are covered in bush, and then we have this huge penis. So do you really think Kubrick was above hiding phallic symbolism in his work? Right, we know.
Like
so
that movie Get Him to the Greek with Russell
Kubrick telling you, listen,
stroke the furry wall.
This is Kubrick, and he's going, listen, there's going to be some dick jokes, all right? I'm telling you right now, there's going to be dick jokes.
She said, so brother, chupoku.
So you go from this, Kubrick, you get dicks and pussy, and...
I'll bet you if there was some pussy up there on top of that obstacle, you could get up there, couldn't you? Science, sir!
Right? And let's hop right to Apollo. Oh, whoa, wow, wait a second. Is that what I think it is?
She said, so brother, chupoku.
So it's the Lunar Insertion, Dave.
Lunar Insertion.
The 3-footer. You know...
And it actually looks like my dick.
It's the 3-footer, Dave.
Science lead. You've got 3 more steps and then a long one.
Watch that last step.
Science lead.
Giant steps are what you take.
Watch that last step.
Giant steps are what you take.
Watch that last step.
Walking on the moon.
Watch that last step.
Hope my leg don't break.
Watch that last step.
Walking on the moon.
Science lead.
Hope my leg don't break.
Science lead.
Walking on the moon.
I guess we expected that strut to compact a little bit more, but as a result, it's a long step from there.
Science lead.
Walking on the moon.
Science lead. Science lead. I'm gonna leave that 1 foot up there and put a 3-footer. Science lead.
Hope my leg don't break.
Watch that last step.
Put a 3-footer.
She said, so brother, chupoku.
3-foot first step with 1/6 gravity, and look at that.
I always like to tease and say, if you ever want to see a grown man cry, watch him miss some 3-footer.
3-footer.
That looked like a slice to me, Al. There we go.
It's like being on a...
Beautiful view. Isn't that something? Science lead.
Did they do that on
And
purpose?
they're buying
Did they make
it.
that phallic on purpose?
Yes, of course it is. So yeah, this is, oh, by the way, this is an original hand-drawn NASA Apollo moon mission diagram. So, you know, it isn't something some guy produced in his computer.
You can't
This
make
is
this,
the original.
you can't make
So
this
here
shit
we
up,
can see
man.
this is the left orbital
That's even
path, right here.
further.
This is
It's
your left.
realistic.
You know, and as soon as you get to the trans-lunar injection point, you go out here and you know, and you orbit around a couple times, and then you
People
go
say
to the
that's
right
real, like
swirling.
a phone call.
And then you
People
go to
say
the
that's
right
real, like
swirling.
a phone call.
This
A
way.
phone call.
This
A
way.
phone call.
This.
Gordon's coming up here.
Neil and Buzz, the President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure that they too join with Americans in recognizing what an immense,
Straight footer.
what an immense,
Straight footer.
what an immense,
Diathlete.
what an immense.
I mean, how could people have missed this? You know, and to couple it with the, yeah, it was a good little step there. Yeah, it was about a 3-footer. So this is the 3-foot schlong. This is the Georgia black snake. Or no, did you say Alabama black snake?
Alabama black snake.
Alabama black snake.
Genuine
This is-
Alabama black snake.
So let's go through the
It's not
language.
so
Let's look
fucking
at Dorian.
blue.
So you got Dorian Harewood. He's a hare and he's a wood. So he's a rabbit and he's a wood. His first name's Dorian. Dorian is what, Dave? It's a musical scale. Is the Dorian scale.
There's Dorian.
So his first name is a musical scale. His last name is Harewood. So you got a bunny is a hare. It's a female rabbit, and a wood is a wood. And in the movie, he plays 8-ball. So we're always looking for a kid's game. So obviously he's the magic 8-ball game. I don't know if you ever played that game with the little cube, Dave, or the little,
Yes, they shake up the 8-ball.
So he's the magic 8-ball. So we're always
fortune-telling 8-ball.
always looking for the magic thread. So Dorian Harewood, magic 8-ball. So he's the magic thread in this particular instance. And he's got the he's Tubuku. He's got the 3-footer. So we have the 3-footer here, and then we can go back to the other one. You know, this is there we have the dick joke. Yep, there's going to be dick jokes, and there's a dick joke. Look at this. It's a huge schlong. So when you go to let's continue this theme of dick jokes. When you go to Austin Power, let me just do this. Hang on, I'll do it a different way. Austin Powers. Dick rocket. Watch video right now. Oh, I hate when they do this shit. Well, what the hell? We'll do watch it. So yeah, so we got that. We got whoa.
It looks like a.
What is it, son?
Hang on.
I don't know,
Could
son.
it be?
It looks like a giant dick. Yeah. Take a look at it, Storm. Oh my God! It looks like a huge.
Wait, I thought it was paper. It's like you were buttons.
The 3-footer, man.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous wang.
We have the computer, the Wang.
An enormous flying
Willie.
We have the Billies, the Willie Shepherd.
Wow, it looks like a giant Johnson.
So we got Lyndon Johnson.
Intelligence. Let them know about this.
There, that's the shot I was looking for. So let's go back. Let's move that for a second. So we got this. And we got the trans-lunar injection, man. It's coming right. Bend over, baby. Here comes the trans-lunar injection, baby. Whoa!
man.
Remember, the cream pie fight in Dr. Strangelove was deleted. It's a missing. So here's your cream pie fight that was missing. And the guy who created, you know, he creates this. Hello. And then years later we mock it. You know, the fucking.
You repent, Dr. D? No, sir. You got away in that rocket that looks like a huge
Peanut.
It's a penis. It's a penis there. Oh my God! I just figured it out. It's a penis they're hinting to. They're hinting to it, Dave.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca.
What's that?
It's a penis. Hello.
great big nut.
Yes, the blue balls crabs.
Awesome! Lord Almighty. That looks just like my husband's one-eyed monster.
The one-eyed monster. One-eyed Jack. There's the Cyclops.
Hey, what's that? It looks like a big
Woody. Woody Harrelson.
It's a Woody. It's a Woody. It's a Wang. It's a Dick. The bottom line is, it's a translunar injection, and it was already fully inserted. It's been inserted several times. So that's all right. I'm getting, I'm spending too much time in this one photo.
The dick pics.
This is a good one I saw the other day. So these are various pictures of the same exact beachfront through the decades, right?
Uh-huh.
So there were no satellites in 1940. So this is an airplane photo. So what does that say about the rest of these?
U2
these are touted as being a satellite photo.
They probably had the U2, the U2 plane.
Yeah.
When did that thing come out? The U2.
Baller's Tears. Always fun. I love that one. Let's go. So here you have the 3D simulated carpet. It has width, it has length, but it's a flat surface. But it's painted, or it's colored, or it's woven. The pile is hand woven to look like a cube inside a cube. It's a Kubrick carpet. Hello. And then we have the Kubrick toys. The figurines themselves are actually referred to as Kubrick toys. So they're Kubrick toys, And it's Buzz Aldrin, and they're walking on the 3D simulated carpet. So it's genius, it really is. Then you have Paul and Fall. He lost his head. That's right from the album, by the way. That is good. First man, Dave.
Oh my
First
God.
man. Right? I mean, you gotta love it. That is just love it.
Chewbacca.
This is a good one. So this is the moon rover. It has not been deployed yet. It's been folded down, but it's still encased in its, shiny foil wrapper still, like a Christmas present. And yet, we see tracks for the rover in front of it. So, hello, continuity error. It hasn't been unboxed yet. How is it leaving a single track when it hasn't been it's impossible. But yep, we believe it. That was a good one. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? There's the rover thing. So Skywalker is a trampoline manufacturer.
Use the Force, Luke.
Now check this out. They appear to be jumping about 5 feet in the air.
We were going to do a bunch of exercise. That's pretty good. They threw that out. Yeah, jump flat-footed, straight in the air. 300, about 4 feet. Wow. Charlie, that ain't any fun, is it? That ain't very smart.
Use the Force, Luke.
I found out. Yeah, so here's the difference between a go fast, the amateur rocket goes straight up. NASA, they go out over the ocean and then the feed cuts. I'm trying to think what else is going on right now. I mean, I hate being distracted by the whole, what's the distraction this week? Is it from Russian hackers? Is it Busby Daniels? I mean,
it's a caravan of...
the caravan of craziness.
There's a caravan of craziness from not Argentina, the country that's got the socialist nightmare going on.
Is it even real, though?
Venezuela.
Is it even a real thing, or is it just like George
There's
Soros?
a fuckload of people from Venezuela lined up at the border.
Okay.
I heard a rumor that the UN is demanding that we let them in.
The UN.
What the fuck are they gonna do? Those fucking stupid bastards.
The UN.
Jesus Christ, man. They'd be making a big mistake if they tried to set foot on soil here.
I don't know.
We're going
I'm not even
fucking-
convinced it's real.
yeah.
I saw. I didn't watch the video, but I saw a video.
You notice the
whole
caravans.
thing is fake.
Where's
It's
the
not
women
even
and children?
possible.
It's all fucking young men, these caravans.
It sounds like a George Soros-led psyop. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know though. And you know, it's if it's in the mainstream news, and that's the thing they're focusing on.
That guy's got to be one
You
of
know
the
immediately
scummiest-
that's not the thing.
That
you should
guy's
be
got to be
focusing
one of the
on.
scummiest people that ever lived, man.
Yeah. So what other pictures we got here? Yeah, there's Buzz Aldrin inside a zero-G plane. Like, why would he be doing that? Gee, I wonder. Yeah, this is a good one. My gosh, we all shade this. Yeah, we all have that same scar. This was a good one. It's a video guy did, and you can see the stars through the moon, which I don't know how you can explain that one if it's a real moon, but people do. Here's all the various books that have been written. Where's the one Last Man? Yeah, so here's Eugene CERN, Last Man on the Moon. Scott Kelly and Doris. He's the only retard that gained weight in space. Scott Kelly is the only guy that gained 38 pounds in space. Commander Kelly, the one that has an identical twin, by the way.
Oh no.
Let me put it this way: he's the guy that got caught trying to buy a M15 in a sporting goods store. I don't know if it was Texas or anywhere. He went into a store. He was trying to set them up.
Really?
Yeah, he was trying to set them up to let him buy this gun, and then they would have busted the gun store.
Oh, because his wife
But
got
they
shot.
recognized him, and they were
Right.
like, "No, dude, we're not going to sell you this. You don't have the right paperwork."
Because wife is
And
Kathy Giffords, right?
yeah,
That's why
Kathy
he's
Lee
doing it.
Giffords. So that might jostle your memory a little. He gained like 30 pounds when he was in space. So yeah, think about it. You got Buzz Aldrin. No dream is too high now. Buzz has had so many moonshots. He is way too high. Encounter with Tiber. Okay, right. I don't know, some of these, people buy this stuff. They do. Yeah, you get the one-eyed Jack's poker chip from Twin Peaks. The one-eyed bunny. That's, what's the name of Michael Jackson's daughter?
Oh, Paris?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, you could be right. I think she's a Jackson. So say it's Paris Jackson. She's got the Donnie Darko bunny tattooed on her arm. That's interesting. Then you have the Salvador Dali painting.
Is that from Silence of the Lambs, that insect?
Mm-hmm. What? It's not just an
One that was
insect.
shoved in the
It's a death set
poor
moth.
murdered girls' throats.
Yeah, exactly. But it's got a Salvador Dali painting inserted into it. This is actually a Salvador. It's not a, no, I shouldn't
Dali's
say that.
one of my favorites.
It's a Salvador Dali photo.
I went to the MC Escher Salvatore Dali artwork.
With the gold beetle. So the beetle, the dung beetle, it pushes its ball of shit everywhere it goes, and it lays its eggs in it as well.
To scare it.
So the reason we're being pointed to the beetle, for Kubrick anyway, is because NASA is just like a dung beetle. They push the ball everywhere they go,
Shat.
and then
They
they
push
lay
the ball
eggs
of
in
shat
it for
on
the
it.
next generation of and space actors to come out,
Perpetuating
perpetuating the yeah.
myth. Like the perpetually growing ball of shit.
Yeah, like that. There they go. This is the Pinocchio. So they're on the moon, right? They're swinging on wires. They have wires on them, and they're essentially spring-loaded wires, just like a baby a baby carriage thing. That's how they simulated the, you know, the 16G was with wires. So
like a little baby.
they were like puppets, and then, you know, the whole thing was all the animations were done by Disney. So there's two things that fit the NASA, and then the whole thing is bullshit. They're all liars. So here we have somebody's taking the liberty of putting the Pinocchio noses on all three of the Disney liars. I like that one. That was very well done. And yeah, here's Paul.
Fall.
That
he is, I'm convinced that
he
really,
admits it in this whole fucking book now. Come on,
hello
people, he's admitting it.
And people, no, how can they fool the people? Because people are fucking idiots. That's why.
It's in his book. He writes a book. I don't know the whole. I'm not going to go into details, but he writes some freaking.
I heard that Ringo.
Under a pseudonym.
I heard Ringo came out and admitted it.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's in the music. It's in their admissions. It's, you know, Ringo said it. Come on. Hello.
It's Ringo and the Imposter.
You now.
Two left, right?
Yeah. You're not
the clues. I mean, to me, it's apparently obvious that the one dude's just like a longer boned individual.
He's 4 inches taller.
Yeah, he's taller, longer, just a longer face.
There's a photo.
Longer, thinner face. The original Paul had a rounder face.
He's with
and the Imposter Paul has more of a long face.
There's a photo of Jane Asher.
They got the same eyes, same
and
lips,
Paul McCartney.
same
They're
features,
the same height,
but a
and then,
different
like,
bone structure altogether.
3 months later, he's 4 inches taller.
Different bone structure altogether. That's what
the face is different. They did plastic surgery.
That and all the clues and shit they peppered through
it's
shit.
done.
Well, how did they pepper the clues? Yeah.
So.
Yeah. William Shears Campbell.
There's Orwell, you know. Just why do we believe that the Earth is round? So why is Kubrick including Animal Farm in his puzzle? In 1984. It's a round. So we have, in Apollo, we have the Descartes crater. This is really great. This is a horrible picture, but whatever. So Descartes, oh, that's, what the hell? This thing, I hate this viewer. Anyway, he's length, width, and height. This is Cartesian geometry. So this is what, and he didn't believe it was round either, because he could do the geometry, you know. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. That's the world we live in right now. It's pear-shaped. I like that one. That's good. Oh,
that guy.
I know. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Good.
I heard he was like a wrestler. I don't know, like a collegiate wrestler or a big-time wrestler, but he was some sort of wrestler.
I just like this picture. I saw it and I was like, you know, you got a monkey and a bird and they're getting along great. You know, why can't we just all be like that? Got it. Yeah, here's some, this is a subject I haven't really talked to you about, Dave. The giants, the suppression of the existence of people that were giant. So here's one of the bones they found. And do your own investigation, don't take my word for it. Because I'm crazy, remember. Yeah, look at the size of these guys. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's big people, man.
These are people that, I mean, these photographs of people that existed. And they'll tell you, oh, they never existed. And, you know, some of these are freaks, but some of these are just huge freaking people.
Overtight.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper. Vanderbilt.
Freaking flake.
Polanski. Barbie Benton. Remember Barbie Benton? God, that's a freaking 1,000 years ago, isn't it? What happened there? So there's Chinatown. And
Remember happened to Jacqueline Smith? She's still alive?
I don't know.
God, I loved her back in the day.
Here's Polanski's movie, The Fearless Vampire Killers. This is Sharon Tate. So he does
Sharon Tate was in that?
Oh yeah.
A Polanski
And
movie, I guess.
she models almost nude next to the snowman. That's one of the first snowman snowball clues we got. There, here we go.
Polanski's a freaking pederast. Didn't he touch like a 13-year-old girl and they
That's the
honor him,
story.
give
Yeah,
him an award?
it's supposedly happened in Jack
That's
Nicholson's
why he can't
house,
come back to
so
the country.
Who knows?
Hollywood's greasy shit goes on there, man.
There's shit that goes on in Hollywood.
Greasy shit goes on there.
I can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Dave.
Scary.
So I talked before about the golf slice and the tennis slice and the slice of apple, the slice of orange, the slice of clementine mission, right? All these different hidden veiled things that are slices. You know, Wendy has the bread knife, so you get a slice of bread. Then you've got 8 Ball, he says, whatever white bread, you know, which is a slice. Then you got Scatman, he says, it's like when someone burns toast. Well, toast is, you know, you have slices of toast. So it's a repeating theme of slices. And then in the movie you see the Colorado flag and there's a slice missing, you know. So it's very clever. And you get the 13 here. And the mirrored pictures. This one's the same as this one. This one's the same as this one. Oh, it's blocked right here. And then this one's the same as that one. You got 3 hidden pairs. So I said before in the series, there's hidden mirrors. Well, here's some hidden mirrors right here. I don't know who the hell. Oh, that's Miss Atomic Bomb or something. This is back when the atomic bomb was just a new thing. So they had Miss Atomic Bomb. There's a mirrored saw flat flipped in Photoshop, and it does. You can put it right over it. It fits perfectly. There's no curvature at all. I like that one. It's still more believable than the official story. You got the Imperial Walker, one of our walkers in our group.
I heard there was reports of missiles being shot off the Woolworth Tower. You heard that?
Sent me that one. I don't know. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, the Woolworth Tower could have done it.
This one's creepy.
To make that, dude, somebody that was just a student pilot that learned online or something couldn't have made the turn. The plane couldn't have gone that fast at that altitude. The air's too thick. That plane's not capable. They said it was going flat or something about bullshit. It's just everything about that is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, aluminum fucking plane piercing a fucking cement building like a fucking paper. No.
I know. It really is. And then collapsing like a cheap suit in milliseconds. Yeah, they talked about for it to be a symmetric collapse like that, they have to time the explosions within milliseconds, or the building will take a bias.
Has to be perfect.
You know, if you don't do it perfect, it'll fall down anyway. But it'll fall down, and it'll take like half a block with it. Yeah, but so they were just miraculously perfectly timed that day. So there's perspective, you know, this is a one-point perspective. This one's funny. So the left one I think is in Ireland, and the right one is on Mars.
The art students with the fuses, dude.
Or I'm sorry, Devon Island, Canada. Yeah, so they have, Devon Island is this like deserted freaking island out in the middle of nowhere. They
Devil's
the rover.
Island?
They fucking jerk off and drive the rover around, play with themselves.
Jeez.
And that's great. Look at the bird in this one. Oh, you gotta laugh, dude. So this is a good picture. I like this one. So this is
Jackie O.
This is Lyndon Johnson being sworn in as president. Kennedy's now dead. This is on Air Force One, and Jackie's still extremely upset. She's still got blood all over her dress. And Lyndon's getting the, oh yeah, dude, we got the. So this wink tells him that they've hidden the body in the overhead luggage, is what they did. And the casket is now empty. And the reason they needed to do that is because they had to do some surgery on the head because it had a massive frontal head wound. So that's the wink to tell you, yeah, we got him, we got the bag, it's all taken care of, don't worry, Lyndon, we got your back. And she's like, oh my God, my husband's dead. And he's getting the wink. So there's a crater on one of the lunar landing maps. It's called Blinky Crater. And I would almost wonder if it was about this whole thing. So there's, you know, the woman with the 13 jersey and the duct tape box, Apollo 13. There's the box. Here's the different mirages you can get. And then there's, you know, this, which is not a mirage. and should not be able to be seen. You know, that whole meteor thing, I gave up on that. I like that one. Bill Nye doing the Masonic hand, hidden Masonic hand sign, you know. You know, here's a NASA. You know, this is what you get from NASA. Oh, the sun! Look at it; it's amazing. So Dave's got his Daisy Red Ryder beat, and he says, "I'll play General Custer." So that's your clue, General Custer, one of the generals in the puzzle. So Crazy Earl, you know, we have the exploding white rabbit. We're talking about Lewis Carroll. He's crazy. Lewis Carroll. The Warren Commission, you know, so when you have a large group of rabbits, it's called a warren of rabbits.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. So, you know, they have the Watership Down clues and Donnie Darko.
Watership Down, I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Chiquita guitar, Marty plays.
That was the one with the rabbits.
John McCain, I saw this one. So John McCain
caused that
he almost
fire
sank
on
the whole fucking ship.
The worst disaster in Navy history, wasn't it?
Fucking retard. He's a retard. And people are like, we gotta respect John McCain. Like, what the hell are you talking about, man? He was killed by everybody. He's dangerous. Don't put him in charge of anything.
Yeah, he's a moron.
This is funny. Dude, tell me this is a wood that they're making these out of. I mean, you can look at it in this picture. It looks like it's wood. It's wood, dude.
Plywood.
It's fucking plywood. And this is the completed one. You know, here it is. It's going to Mars. And okay, you say, well, no, it's just a demonstration model. Well, then why do you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Why do you need 7 of them then? You know? Hello? This is Hollywood. That's what that is.
Jeez Louise.
This is a picture I did, Dave. So I've said throughout the entire puzzle that we're building the Trojan horse. Okay? So these are all the horses clues, the woods clues, the saw clues, the hammer clues, the Thor's hammer, the needle saw, the chainsaw, the Johnny Carpenter saw, the Natalie Wood we're using in the frame.
Natalie Wood
the Woody Harrelson, the Woody Strode. Lincoln was born in a log cabin. The cabin fever.
You have a heart on, they call it sporting wood.
Douglas fir needles.
Is that part of it? The expression, heart, sporting wood, sporting woody?
Yes, which is a 3-footer. Yeah, the deck category. Yeah, it all ties together. It's all woven together. You have Saw Blade Runner. You know, you have Blade Runner by Ridley Scott, but it's a Saw Blade Runner. You got the Buzz Aldrin Buzzsaw. The Cowboy I Can Hack It hacksaw. You have the Rip Saw. I don't think you even had that one in here. Jack the Ripper is the Rip Saw. No, I forgot the Rip Saw. You get the idea, though. So the Trojan horse is a strange vehicle. And why is it a strange vehicle? Because
reminds me of a conversation I had with Steven Spielberg about what was the most difficult and challenging thing about directing a film. And I believe Steven summed it up about as profoundly as you can. He thought the most difficult and challenging thing about directing a film was getting out of the car. I'm sure you all know the feeling.
it doesn't have any means of locomotion, so it has to be pushed or pulled. So one of the categories in the puzzle that I've discovered, and I have not covered this before, is the babies category. And one of the things that they give you is the baby carriage, the pram, okay?
Yep.
So a pram, or a baby carriage, in other words, Vivian Kubrick calls it a pram. I guess in England they call it a pram, possibly. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she says in the video. She says,
stroller or a carriage.
So in the making of footage, there's a scene with Vivian Kubrick, and she's got the camera, and she says that she uses a baby carriage to hold the Nagra audio recorder equipment.
To his trousers and me sort of my usual following my own train of thought, panning down, and anyway, but I think probably also the other thing that contributed to my lack of credibility was the fact that I pushed my camera around in a children's preambulator, or whatever they call them, a pram. But it was actually brilliant. I highly recommend it to anybody. Now just here on the side of my camera you can see my sound equipment hanging off, and I'm just about to tell you something. My camera, the first camera I started with was a
She's doing her filming. So she gives you the baby carriage. So a baby carriage and a Trojan horse have one weird thing in common. They're pushed or pulled. And so just keep that in the back of your cap. That's one of the clues. So here's I've compiled a lot of the wood clues and saw clues and Trojan horse themed things into one picture. What's missing on here is in The Killing, Tim Carey, he gets shot and he falls out of his Morgan. He falls out of the door of his Morgan, handmade car, and of course the Morgan has a wooden frame.
It is Red Lightning breaking on top. Early Streak is second. I'm hoping is third. White Fire is fourth. Little Arnie is next. Seymour's Darling and Bestseller. Moving down the backstretch, it's Red Lightning by a length and a quarter. I'm hoping is second by 3/4 of a length. Little Arnie is third by a length and a quarter, and Seymour's Darling. Passing the half-mile post, it is Red Lightning by a length and a quarter. I'm hoping is second by a half a length. Seymour's Darling is third, and Little Arnie moving fast on the outside. Into the far turn, it is Red Lightning in front by a length and a quarter. Little Arnie is second by half a length. I'm hoping is third, and the horse is down. It is Red Lightning. At the head of the stretch, it is I'm hoping taking the lead by a half a length. Little Arnie drives on the outside.
Nicky was dead at 4:24.
Really? Yeah, and then you have the Adams probe that we see in Clockwork Orange.
I guess the wooden frame would be durable, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's very durable. Yeah, the Adams probe in Clockwork Orange is another handmade vehicle that has a wooden frame.
Airplanes were wood, right? Your dad's plane was wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick.
So, there's the wooden planes. This is funny. So NASA does all these PR photos back in the 70s, right? And they say, here's the program that is going to be run on the Apollo computer. This is literally what they said this was. This is the raw program that's going to be run to get us to the moon, right? And you're like, wow.
So some lady wrote that, right?
Right. You're like, wow, that's impressive shit, right? Then you find out that it only had 32 kilobits of RAM. So 32 kilobits is roughly 8 pages of text, right? So we got like 10,000 pages of program, and we have 32 kilobits of, it's a joke. There's no way that it would take it 6 months to run the program. You gotta love NASA. There's Mickey Mouse. The Disney clues are everywhere. There's one of her lands. You were saying, before I said Peter Falkland, and I said Never Neverland, and the Netherlands, and Scotland, and England, and Disney's Tomorrowland, and the Magic Kingdom. The Greek gods, so we have the Greek god Pluto, and Pluto is a dog of Disney, and then Pluto shows up on a NASA picture of Pluto. I don't know. So these are what are known as textile blocks in the Phoenix Billboard. This is the one that the red bathroom in The Shining is based off this hotel. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright hotel in Phoenix. The mythical bird born from the ashes.
Are moving and living. Amazing. Proof positive that aliens are moving and living among us. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry.
I could see how that would affect your Christmas.
I made that whole thing up.
What?
I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to seem interesting. I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
There's a pressure.
Well, yeah,
yes.
people come out and they've run out of anecdotes, you know, and they just start making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
What a three-footer.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.